Hello. So today we are going to continue the coordinate geometry series. So I'm quickly going to revise what we did yesterday, and then we'll start further from there, right? So yesterday we started with some basics of coordinate geometry, in which I introduced several definitions. For example, what is a point? So we said the point is something which does not have any dimension. Then we said that we have something called two-dimensional plane and three-dimensional plane. If we want to specify the position of an object in a two-dimensional plane, then we need to specify the two coordinates, x coordinate and y coordinate. And if you have to specify position of an object which is in three-dimensional plane, something which is within space, you have to specify all the three coordinates, which is x, y, and z coordinates. And then we saw that we restricted our discussion to two-dimensional plane, where we said that we are going to divide the two-dimensional plane into four quadrants: first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Then we also we also saw how do we calculate the distance formula. When I say distance formula means given the 2 points, if we know the coordinates of the 2 points, how we can find out the distance between the 2 points. So it was something like, if we have point A and its coordinate is x1 comma y1, and point B, its coordinate is x2 comma y2, then we saw that how do we calculate the distance between the line segment AB. And we proved yesterday it is D is equal to x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square, right? So in this case, we are trying to talk of a distance between the 2 points which are in a two-dimensional plane. Assume that the 2 points are in a three-dimensional plane. We are trying to find out distance between the 2 points which are in space. So in that case, the distance formula will become something like this. You have to involve the third coordinate as well. It will be x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square plus z2 minus z1 square. But this formula is beyond the scope as of now. When you will go to higher classes, you're going to study this distance formula. But I just thought I should introduce you. So this is how do we find out the distance between the 2 points, right? And we also saw how do we find out the slope of a line. We said that slope of a line means it is the angle with which the line is inclined with the horizontal axis, which is called x-axis. So if the angle is theta, we said that slope will be tan theta, right? So, and we know how do we calculate tan theta. In a right angle triangle, the biggest angle is 90 degrees, or for that matter, and the biggest side is always opposite to the biggest angle. So the biggest angle is 90 degrees, so the biggest angle will be hypotenuse. And this we call it as a perpendicular, this is called as the base. So the relationship between these three sides is represented by using sine, cos, and tan. So we say sine theta, we said that it will be perpendicular by hypotenuse, cos theta will be base upon hypotenuse, and tan theta will be perpendicular by base. So we all know that how to find out slope, given that the angle with which the angle at which the line is inclined with the vertical axis. And we all know how do we calculate the slope. Then we also saw that if given the 2 points A and B and their coordinates are x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2, the way we calculate slope is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, or we can also say y1 minus y2 upon x1 minus x2, which means it is a delta y upon delta x, means change in y upon change in x, and that's what is called slope. Then we also saw different forms of a line. So the first form of a line that we saw was y is equal to mx plus c, where we said that m is called slope of the line and c is called intercept made by the line on y-axis. So if this is the line, then this distance will be c, and this is the theta. So m is equal to tan theta. So this equation will be y is equal to mx plus c. So where c is the intercept made by the line on y-axis. So this is called slope intercept form, which we saw yesterday, right? Then we also saw that some more forms. If we are given 2 points, let's say a x1 comma y1 and b x2 comma y2, then how do we find out the slope of the line? So we said that we are going to calculate the slope by using m is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This is how we calculate the slope. So our equation will become something like this. For in this m, we are going to substitute this value. M is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, x plus c. And then in order to find out the value of c, we can use either a point or b point to substitute in this line, and we will be able to derive the value of c, right? So with me so far, we have completed this yesterday, right? And then the next form was, we said that it is intercept form of line, x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. So what does this mean? This means that if the intercept made by the line on x-axis is A and intercept made by the line y-axis is B, then the equation form a line equation uh, of the line becomes x by A plus y by B equals to 1. We also proved that how do we derive at this, right? So I given the complete derivation, you can derive this formula and prove this. And we also saw that if the straight line is of the form ax plus by plus c equals to 0, then we can convert this into y is equal to mx plus c, and we derive that whatever is the coefficient of x, that is the slope of the line. So if we convert this into by is equal to minus ax minus c and y is equal to minus ax minus c by b, then we saw that slope is equal to minus a by b. So if the line is of the form ax plus by plus c equals to 0, then slope is equal to minus a by b. We have already seen that yesterday. So we are going to continue today from point onwards. So today we are going to convert, we are going to see what is parallel lines, right? So parallel lines means two lines. The distance between the two lines is always remains the same. They are called parallel lines. For example, a railway track. So we can say that railway track, I mean the two tracks, they are always parallel because the distance between these two tracks always remains the same. So this is an example of a parallel line. Second is perpendicular line. What is perpendicular line? If you have a line like this L1 and if you have a line called L2, if the angle of intersection is 90 degree, then we say that these two lines L1 is perpendicular to L2. So how do we write in shortcut form? We'll say L1, this is the sign for perpendicular, L1 perpendicular to L2. If we have to say that this is line L1 and this is line L2, if these two lines are parallel, we are going to say L1 parallel to L2. This is the symbol for writing that two lines are parallel, and this is a symbol to denote that these two lines are perpendicular. So you don't have to write the complete English statement saying that line L1 is parallel to L2. You can use this shortcut symbol. Is it clear, Agrima? Apur, is it clear to you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So now we are going to derive the equation of a line basically, and we'll see how do we find out what is the impact if a line is parallel to another line. So yesterday we saw that, let's say if this line is, I'm making an angle theta. If I draw a line which is parallel to this line, so if the angle is theta, then its slope is going to be m is equal to tan theta. If I draw a line parallel to this, so this angle will also be theta, because if it is parallel, so we know that if two lines are parallel, then these two angles will be equal. So if this angle is theta, then this slope will also be m is equal to tan theta. So which means that if both the angles are going to be the same, then slope m1 and m2 will also be same. Which means that if two lines are parallel, their slopes will be equal. If two lines are parallel, then m1 is equal to m2, right? Where m1 is slope of line L1 and m2 is slope of line L2. Is this clear to you, to both of you? Apur, is it clear to you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now, next thing is, if this is line L1 and this is line L2, if slope of line L1 is m1 and slope of line L2 is m2, and if the angle is 90 degree, this is the second case. In this case, there is a property which says that the product of the slopes m1 in times m2 is equal to -1 when L1 is perpendicular to L2, right? And if m1 is equal to m2 when L1 is parallel to L2. Is this clear to you? Apurva, is it clear to you? Yeah. So we'll try to solve some questions on the basis of this, and then we'll see how to go ahead, right? So, so let us say, if I say, find equation of line which passes through, let's say, -1, 2 and is parallel to 2x plus 3y minus 4 is equal to 0. Let's say this is the question, right? So we have to work out the question. So what does the question say? We have to find out the equation of a line which passes through minus 1 comma 2 and is parallel to 2x plus 3y minus 4 equals to 0. Is it clear?
Yes.
So how are you going to, I'm going to show you the complete working, how you have to say that. So you have to say that let equation of line B y is equal to mx plus c, and we'll name it as 1. Then we'll say, since 1 is parallel to 2x plus 3y minus 4 equals to 0, then therefore, how do we denote therefore in maths? We write 3 dots. Therefore, m means slope. M is equal to. So what is the slope of this line? If I name it as 2. So this line is of the form ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Agrima, if straight line is of the form ax plus by plus c equals to 0, then what is the slope in terms of a and b? Minus a by b, right? So in this case, we know that then m will be minus sign. What is the value of a here? Agrima, what is the value of a?
2.
2. And what is the value of b?
3.
3. So we know that the value of m, we straight away know it is to minus 2 by 3. So I have to write my statement in the exam like this. Since 1 means I'm denoting this line. 1 is parallel to 2x plus 3y minus 4 equals to 0, and I am denoting this by 2. So you can see that I am writing less of English words and I'm using a lot of shorthand symbols, and this is perfectly allowed, and this is how basically we show our working. So you can say that if a line is of the form ax plus by plus c equals to 0, then slope m is equal to minus a by b. Now 1 becomes, what is the value of 1? It is y is equal to, what is the value of m? It is minus 2 by 3x plus c, right? So we'll say 3. Now I'll say because means 3 dots, 3 passes through. Now we have just one value to know. We have to find out the value of c. How do we find out the value of c? The information that we have not used so far is, what information we have not used, Agrima, so far? Agrima, you're on mute. Which information I have not used?
Line passes through minus 1 comma 2.
Yeah, so we have to say that since because 3 passes through the point minus 1 comma 2, therefore put x equals to minus 1 and y equals to 2 in 3. Do you understand why I'm putting x equals to minus 1, y equals to 2? Apur, is it clear to you?
Yeah.
Because this point, because line passes through this point, if a line is passing through this point, which means that this point has to satisfy the equation of the line. So therefore, I'm putting x equals to minus 1 and y equals to 2 in this 3. So if I put here y equals to 2, so minus 2 by 3, x is minus 1 plus c. So this is going to become 2 is equal to 2 by 3. Minus 2 by 3 times minus 1, minus will become plus c. So c will become 2 minus 2 by 3. So c will become 2 minus 2 by 3, which is 4 by 3. Now, in the end, you are going to say, hence, equation of line is y is equal to minus 2 by 3x plus 4 by 3. Is this clear to you? So let us revise what we have tried to solve in this question. So we said that our straight line is parallel to this line. So whenever you have straight line equation is of the form y is equal to mx plus c, we have two unknowns, m and c. M is the slope of the line. And because we are given the information that our given line is parallel to this line, which means that slope of our line is going to be parallel to this, which will be equal to this line. Sorry, I mean slope of our line is going to be equal to the slope of this line. And because this line is of the form ax plus by plus c equals to 0, we know that the slope is equal to minus a by b. So we can straight away know that our slope of our line is minus 2 by 3. And then we have substituted the value for m in this, and it becomes y is equal to minus 2 by 3 times x plus c. Now we have just one unknown constant to be found. That value is c. We have to find out the value of c. So how do we find out the value of c? In order to find out the value of c, we know that we have not utilized this information, that our line passes through minus 1 comma 2. So we have to substitute this value in this equation for x and y, and we can find out the value of c. Is it clear? Okay, cool. So now this is for parallel line. Now let us another equation. Find equation of line which is perpendicular to 3x minus 4y plus 5 equals to 0 and passes through, let's say, 1 comma 2. So now again we are given two information, that our line is perpendicular to this line and it passes through 1 comma 2. So how are you going to solve it? Let me show you the working. So we'll say that let equation of line be y is equal to mx plus c, and we are going to name it as 1. We'll say that because 1 is perpendicular to 3x minus 4y plus 5 equals to 0. Just give me a minute. Yes. So we were talking about this line, this condition, find equation of a line which is perpendicular to this line and it passes through the point 1 comma 2. So we said that we'll say let the equation of line be y equals to mx plus c, and I have denoted this line with 1. This 1 means this indicates that 1 represents this equation of straight line. Then I said that because I use 3 dots like this, because 1 is perpendicular to 3x minus 4y plus 5. So we know that if two lines are perpendicular, then if L1 perpendicular to L2, then product of their slopes m1 times m2 is equal to minus 1, right? So in this case, because 1 is perpendicular to this one, so we'll say that m times, what is the slope of this line? 3x minus 4y plus 5 equals to 0. Apur, can you tell me what is the slope of this line?
Minus 3 by 4.
Okay, first of all, it is if the line is of the form ax plus by plus c equals to 0, then slope is equal to m is equal to minus a by b. This is what we all know, right?
Oh.
So we'll put one minus sign. What is the value of a here?
3.
3. And what is the value of b, Apur?
Minus 4.
Minus 4. So minus minus will cancel. So m times 3 by 4 is equal to minus 1. So what is the value of m? It will be 4 will go on that side, multiply. So 4 times it will be minus 4 by 3. So m is equal to minus 4 by 3, right? So this equation, then we'll say that this 1 becomes y is equal to minus 4 by 3 x plus c, right? So we'll say that now because, and I'll say that this is, let's say, 2. So because 2 passes through 1 comma 2. So put x equals to 1 and y equals to 2 in 2. Is it clear, Apur?
Yes.
So then what is going to happen? This will become 2 is equal to minus 4 by 3 times x. So x is 1 plus c. So this will become 2 is equal to minus 4 by 3 plus c. So this minus 4 by 3 will come on left hand side. It will become 2. So c will become 2 plus 4 by 3. So this will become 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10 by 3. So c equals to 10 by 3. So c will become, so now equation will become y is equal to minus 4 by 3 x plus 10 by 3. Therefore, equation of line is, this is the answer. Is it clear to you?
Yeah.
100% clear, right?
Yeah.
So we have seen that how do we find equation of a line if our line is perpendicular to a given line, or how to find out equation of a line if our line is parallel to the given line. So there might be various circumstances. You'll have to find out always the value of two unknown constants, which is M and C, right? So to find out these two values, you will always be given minimum two information in the line. So in this case, we are given two information. One information is that our line passes through 1, 2, and second information is that our line is perpendicular to this line. So for two unknowns, two information is given. Is it clear?
Mm.
Okay, so let us try to solve some more questions on the internet, and it will make our concept more clear and help me understand this. Let me see. Okay, so you can see here, the question here is on the screen. It says that for the straight line y is equal to minus 2x plus 3, what are the slope and what are the y-intercept? So Agrima, can you help me? What is the slope of this line?
-2.
And what is the y-intercept?
3.
3.
3. So which is the answer?
B.
B is the answer. Apu, are you clear with that?
Yes.
Okay. So now if I say that, if I slightly change the question, if I say find the point of intersection of line with the x-axis. So how will you solve that?
Y is equal to 0.
Very true. We'll put y is equal to 0. So if I put y is equal to 0, what will happen? This will become 0 is equal to minus 2x plus 3, and 3 will come here. It will become minus 3. So minus 3 is equal to minus 2x, and minus minus will cancel. So x equals to 3 by 2. So what will the point of intersection then?
1.5.
Whenever we say what is the point of intersection, we always specify, because it's a point in a two-dimensional plane, we have to specify the x coordinate as well as the y coordinate. So 1.5 is the x coordinate or y? 1.5 is the x coordinate or y coordinate?
Y coordinate.
Apur?
Y.
What was the question? I said to find the point of intersection with x-axis.
Oh.
So if we say find the point of intersection with x-axis, then we have already put y is equal to 0. Then only we get the value of x. So the point of intersection with x-axis will be 1.5 comma
0.
Is this clear to you, Apur?
Yes.
Agrima, is it clear to you? Okay. Now let us try to solve the next question. Let's go to the next question. Okay. So you have to see here, what is the equation of the straight line shown in the diagram? So we have to find out the equation of the line. So how do you find out the equation of a line? So there are various ways to solve this. So which is the best way to solve this question? Who can help me? Apur, can you help me with this?
Slope intercept. You could use a slope intercept.
One is definitely slope intercept form, which is y is equal to mx plus c. What is the other way to find out? So in this case, we have to find the value of m and c. So let us try to solve this question with multiple possible ways. So let us try to solve this with y is equal to mx plus c form. So we have to find out the value of m. So do we know the angle theta here? We don't know the angle theta, right? So we cannot find out we cannot say m is equal to tan theta. So in order to find out the slope, what do we need to know? We need to know at least how many coordinates we require. We need to know coordinates of how many points?
2.
2.
2 points. So do we know the coordinates of 2 points?
No.
No.
Okay.
By looking at the graph, can you figure out what is the point of what is this point?
It looks like 4, 0.
4, 0. Agrima, do you know the coordinate of this point?
-0, -2.
0, -2. Very good. So we know the 2 points. Now, if we know the 2 points, can we find out the slope? Apur, can you tell me how do I find out the slope of this line?
Slope equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1.
y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So we know the value of y2 is 0 minus -2. So 0 minus -2 and x2 minus x1. So 4 minus 0. So this will become minus times minus is plus. So it has become 2 by 4. So this will become 1 by 2. Now equation will become y is equal to 1 by 2 x plus c. Right? Is this clear to you?
Yes.
So, I mean, is this information enough to find out the answer? Option, if you have to guess the answer, is this be the answer? Can this be the answer?
No.
No.
Can this be the answer?
No.
Can this be the answer?
Yes.
What is the y is equal to what? Y is equal to x by 2, half. What is the sign of coefficient of x? What is the coefficient of x here?
1 by 2.
And what is the coefficient of x here?
1 by 2.
Is it 1 by 2?
Minus 1 by 2.
So can this be the answer?
No.
No.
This is not. So obviously this will be the answer, right?
Yeah.
But let us try to solve the complete question, right? I just wanted to tell you that if it's a multiple choice question, you do not have to solve the whole question. You'll be able to figure out quickly with this only. But now let's try to find the value of C. Now, how do I find the value of C, Apur?
We would put the points for y and x in the equation first.
Exactly. So which point do I choose? I have to choose this one or this one?
We put the y point in the y place and the x point in the x place.
No, my point is, do I choose this point A or do I choose this point B? Agrima?
You can choose any point.
We can choose any point. Let's say if I decide to choose this point, so in this case, for the value of x, I'm going to put 4, and for value of y, I'm going to put 0 in this equation. Is this clear, Apur?
Yes.
If I choose this point, then I have to put for value x equals to 0 and y is equal to -2, right? So let us choose this point. So if I put x equals to 0 and y is equal to -2, so -2 and 1 by times C, so your C will become -2. So obviously this will be the answer. So y is equal to half x minus 2. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Or is it clear? So this, we have solved this question using slope intercept form. Is there any other form which we can use it to answer the question very quickly?
Two-point form.
No, we have used 2-point slope formula only. I have said x by a plus y by b is equal to 1, where a is the intercept on x-axis, b is the intercept on y-axis. So do I know the intercept on x-axis?
Yeah.
What is the intercept on x-axis?
0,4.
Intercept, it means length. So it will be, what is this length? How much is the length?
4.
4. So this is plus 4 or minus 4?
Plus 4.
Plus 4. Plus y by b. What is the value of b? Intercept made by the line on y-axis. So what is this value?
-2.
-2 is equal to 1. So which is simple. Now you can solve it quickly. You can make it multiply. You can say that make the denominator same, or this will be, if you multiply both the numerator and denominator by 2, this will become x plus, so x minus 2y by 4 is equal to 1, right? X minus, and this, because if you multiply both sides, numerator and denominator by 2, this will become 2y by 4. So x minus 2y by 4, and it will become x minus 2y is equal to 4. And if you see this equation, if you simplify this, it will say 2y is equal to, 2y will go on the right hand side, this will come plus, and this will come this side. So this will become x minus 4. And y is equal to x by 2 minus 4 by 2, which is y is equal to x by 2 minus 2. Is this clear?
Yeah.
So we can solve it using this way as well. Okay. So now let us try to solve some more question. Let's go to the next one. Okay. So what is the equation of the line? So how do I find the equation of a line here? It's almost similar to the last one. Agrima will tell me.
You put the values of x and y in y is equal to mx plus c.
Okay, what is the value of x and y I have to put? How do I solve it? How many unknowns are there?
2.
What are the two unknowns?
M and c.
How do I find the value of m, Agrima? What's the m?
Change in y divided by change in x.
So change in y divided by change in x. So what is the value of y2 and what is the value of y1? Tell me. What is the y2 minus y1 next to minus x1?
We have to take 2 points, so we'll take 0, 2 as the first one.
And this one?
0, minus 3. Or minus 3, 0.
Is it minus 3 or halfway? If you see,
Halfway.
if it's not even half exactly, it's 1/3. Right? So assume that it is 1/3. Right? So this is how much? This is 2 and this is 2 plus 1/3 of this. So this will be 8/3. Or I don't know, I'm not sure whether it is 1/3 or half. So let's assume that it's half. So if it's half, that means it is going to be how much? Minus 2.5 comma 0. Okay. Is it clear or not?
Yeah.
Apur,
Yeah, it's clear.
Agrima, is it clear to you? So if the, I would say, let's say if this is not very clear whether it is half or 1 point, if you have to still solve it, so what are you going to do? You have to eliminate the wrong answer, because I'm not sure whether it is exactly half or it is 1/3. I'm assuming that this line passes through exactly half of it, but it might be 2/3 also. Let's say if I don't know, still I have to guess the answer. So how do I guess the answer? So first of all, I have to find out how I have to eliminate the wrong ones, right? So slope will be change in y by change in x. So 2 minus 0 divided by 0 minus 2.5, right? So this will be 2 divided by 2.5. Is this clear? This minus times minus will become plus. Agrima, is it clear? Agrima, is it clear to you? So this will be what? This is positive, this is positive. So slope is going to be positive. So if slope is positive, that means this m is positive. So if m is positive, so what is the value of slope here? Is it positive or negative? You can see here, how do you find out the equation of a line here? We have seen that the slope is positive, right? So 2 upon 2.5. So if the slope is positive, that means you can eliminate. What is the slope here? It is negative. Y is equal to minus mx plus c. If slope is negative, that means you can straight away rule that this is not the answer. Here also slope is negative, so this is also not equal to the answer. Now among these two, one of them can be the answer. So either it will be this one or this one, right? So we know that 2 by 2.5 will be something which is more than 1 or less than 1. Agrima?
Less than 1.
Less than 1. So obviously D will be the answer. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go to the next question then. Now, what is the equation of the following graph? How do I find out the equation of this line? So who is going to tell? Agrima? How do I solve this equation?
So you take values for x and y, and then you put them in y is equal to mx plus
So
c.
whenever you say value of x and y, your statement is incorrect. We never say put the value of x and y. We always say that state of equation line is y is equal to mx plus c. This is right. Now you have to find the value of m and c. To find the value of m and c, you have to find out 2 points. Or easier option could be, we know the intercept made by the line on y-axis and we know the intercept made by the line on x-axis. So we can straight away find the equation of the line. So what will be the equation of the line? If we can use x by a plus y by b equals to 1, we can find out the equation of the line straight away. So Apur, what will be the answer in that case? X by? What is the value of a here?
A is 0, 0.5.
0.5. And what is the value of y here? B here? What is the value of b?
3. No, 2.
2 is equal to 1. So this is the answer, right? So 0.5 will become, it will become 2 times. 0.5 is half. So this is 2x, right? Plus y by 2 is equal to 1. And you can simplify it. So 2 times 2, it will become 4x plus 2y by 2 is equals to 1. Sorry, 2x plus y by 2. So it will be 4x plus y. So it will become 4x plus y equals to 2. So which is 4x plus y equals to 2? Which is the equation? A, B, C, D, which is the answer?
B.
B? Is B the answer? 4x plus y equals to 2. So is it 4x plus y?
No. I can't.
A.
A will be the answer because 4x will come on the left hand side, it will become 4x plus y equals to 2. So A will be the answer. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Now, let us go to the next question. So, now in this case, you have to tell me what are the slope and the y-intercept. So, what is the slope of this line? How do I find the slope of this line? Agrima, how do you find the slope of this line?
You have to bring it to the form of y is equal to mx plus c.
Yep. So, cool. So we have to bring y is equal to mx plus c. Is there any other way to solve it quickly? One is definitely y is equal to mx plus c. And what is the other way? If we convert this into ax plus by plus c equals to 0, then we know that slope of the line is equal to m is equal to?
Minus a by b.
So can I convert this into ax plus by plus c equals to 0? If I take this to the left hand side, what is going to become? X, y will become?
X minus 2y plus 3 is equal to 0.
Now what is the slope? Now line is in this form. So what is the slope now? Remember what is the slope?
Minus 1 by minus 2.
Minus 1 by minus 2. So it is 1 by 2. So slope is 1 by 2. And what is the y-intercept? How do I find out the y-intercept, Apur? In order to find y-intercept, what do we do?
I'm not sure.
Agrima, what do we do to find out y-intercept?
You put the value of x as 0.
Yes, because y-intercept means you are trying to find out the value, the point at which line is intersecting the y-axis. So if the point at which line intersects the y-axis, there x equals to 0. Is this clear, Apur?
Yeah.
So we have to put x equals to 0 in this. So if you put x equals to 0, so if this becomes 0, so what is the value of y in? It will become 0 equals to 2y minus 3. So 3 will come on the left hand side, it will become 3 equals to 2y. And y is equal to 3 by 2, which is 1.5. So which is the answer now? Slope is 1 by 2 and intercept is 1 by 2. So which is the answer?
B.
D.
B.
B for Bombay. Yep. B is the answer. Right? So I hope you got enough idea how to solve the equation, right? So maybe you can try out rest of the questions. Okay.